You good?
We're good.
All right. All is good. Yay! Welcome. We are glad you are here tonight. The second half of your training is about to commence. So let's say a quick prayer and then we'll get started. Everybody, bow your heads. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for the evening. Thank you for all the information that we are going to gather from everyone here and from everyone that is wanting to spread your word and be your light in your hands and your feet. Thank you for BBC. Thank you for everyone that is participating. Thank you for all the children that will come. And also be with us as we go through each day of BBC and help us learn from the children. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. Now, we are excited you are here. My name is Stacy. You might have got an email from me or two. I don't know. There could be possibilities of that. If anybody needs to get in touch with me, my name is right up here on the board, Stacy Barclay. Yes, that's hard to say. At core.org. So that would be me. All right, we're going to kind of go through this information, not quickly, but enough to where you get an overview from everything. All right, so take your notebook out. We're going to go through things that are at BBC. Where are you working on? So we're going to look through your notebook first and take the information out on the left-hand side. Just so you know what everything is, I'm going to point it all out to you. This is going to be your information that tells you what you're going to do for each day of the week. This is something you need to keep with you. And if you don't bring your notebook, we'll also have another notebook for you to look at. So this is your curriculum. This will tell you exactly what to say, how to say it, what to do, all of that. So this for you is your lifeline. Okay, so we're going to keep those in the left side of your notebook. Go ahead and leave that there. And we are going to look through your notebook, and on the right-hand side, you should have a list that looks like this. This particular list is going to tell you who is in your room, who is helping, who is going to be the person that is going to be with the people that are going to be with you all week long. So you'll need to look through this. And you guys need to get in touch with the people that are on this list, and you are welcome to email all of them. You're welcome to call them, however it works best, and you can choose anybody in your group to get in touch with everybody else. So we're going to go through the things that you need to know before BBC starts first. So we already talked about getting in touch. This is also in your book if you want to look through it, but you don't have to read it, and I'm not going to read it to you. I'm just going to tell you about it, so don't worry about having to read it. All right, so we are talking about the people that are on your list. Those are the people that are going to be with you every single day. Those are the people that are going to help you in your classroom when you need extra help. All right, so what you need to do is make plans to meet maybe at least once before training. And when you meet with everybody, then that way you can divide up the responsibilities that you have in your group. And we'll go over what responsibilities those might be. Those might be decorating the door, which is really cool. We have plenty of paper for that. We have plenty of stuff for that. We will provide the paper. We'll provide those kind of things. But if you need extra things when you're getting ready, then you'll need to bring those extra things. All right. Somebody probably will need to be a greeter at the door. Somebody will probably need to be a storyteller. So kind of keep in mind the different things that you want somebody else to do, or the things that you love to do. When you guys get together, you can talk about all those things. All right. Mark your calendars for June the 9th. That is setup day. That is so much fun around our church. Oh my gosh. The doors get great. The rooms get great. Everything is just a blast. So you need to make plans to be here from 1 to 4. And you will also find in your notebook what room you are in. You will find in your notebook, you'll find the color, so you'll know that's the color group that you are in and what room number. So what you'll do is you'll come ready to have some fun on Sunday. It's going to be a long week. I'm going to tell you that you're going to have a blast doing it, and you're going to actually change lives. That's the best part of BBC. It might even be somebody in your classroom that is an adult. It might even be somebody in your classroom that's a kid. So let's talk about that. When you walk in a room, what is most appealing to you? Is it something that catches your eye? Is it something that is going to help you actually learn better? So let's talk about that. Is it easy when you go in a classroom when it's all loud and all obnoxious and all that? So we have little kids and they have so much fun. So finding them something to do when they come in might be an idea for somebody to actually help out. So what we'll do is we'll talk about that in just a moment. What we're talking about now is before VBC starts, how to feel very excited about VBC starting and very excited about the kids that are in your class. So you want to be prepared. So the doors, we love to have paper on the doors. If you want to make your kids feel welcome, what you'll do is take pictures of them maybe the first day. And if you take pictures, then you can put them on the door and they're so excited. Second day to come back and find out that they are on the door. That's very cool. All right, we have construction paper, we have colored paper, we have big rolls of paper that we provide for you to use on your door. And remember, this is a cool thing. Toy Story, come on, it's great. I've got trivia questions for you, like Nick had, but I'm gonna stop right now and ask you guys, does anybody know what year the Toy Story, the first one, came out? Close, so close. 1995. 95 was the first one, and 99 was the second one. Anybody got the third one? All right, you guys got to get up your trivia. All right. 10, yes. Yes. So 95, 99, 10, and this year. So that's kind of a little trivia thrown in there. All right, so you'll cover your door with whatever color you think is fun, and you'll get pictures of your kids, and you can decorate it in whatever Toy Story theme that you actually want to. So that's the fun part. You can decorate your room. You can make sure that they have an inviting environment. That's something that the kids love. So kindergarten, first and second grade, they are just sponges. So be ready because they are going to test you. They are going to be so much fun. So what we're going to find out now is about who's in your class. You are not going to find that information out until the Sunday when you set up. We're going to try and send you a list probably by Thursday of the week before BBC, because we want to make sure if you're a parent or a grandparent that is having someone in your class, that we want to make sure that everybody's where they're supposed to be. And we will send you just a list to test. And when we send you that list, then you can email us back and make sure we've got everybody in there that we're supposed to have in there. Sometimes it happens, but we will make sure that everything is the way it's supposed to be. So we will probably have everything ready for you to go except for that one list, and that'll be the day of the final roster will be the day of. So that the day of setup. So does everybody remember where you're supposed to be at setup? Your classroom, 1 o'clock. All right, that's cool. All right, your information in your notebook will also have, this is your classroom notebook, and it will actually have information for you about allergies and anything else in the class, and that is detailed information that your kids need to have shown for you. All right, so this, in years past, we had to make name tags, and it was actually almost a contest to make who could make the coolest name tag. But this year we've made it easy. We've made a name tag like this. So it's going to go on the lanyard. So once you have your final roster, all you need is a Sharpie. So you don't need any cool things to add to your lanyard except for this. And this will be provided for you. So that's no big deal at all. All right. So who likes to decorate in your class? You think that's kind of cool? So guess what? You have $30 that you will be reimbursed if you would like to do that. If you would like to get some cool Toy Story things, which I'm sure there's going to be some out, you are more than welcome to do that and save your receipts. And on the last day of BBC, turn those receipts in and we will get those reimbursed for you. But it's $30. So
Per classroom?
per classroom, yes. All those, and that information needs to be turned in that last day, which is Friday. And we will, like I said, there'll be forms and you'll actually be able to use that to get your money back. All right. Now, that's the stuff that was in your folder. Nick went over all the information that was in there that will tell you what's the specific verse of the day, the specific thing that's going on. So that information is in your folder. All right, this is what your notebook is going to look like. This also is something, you can leave these in your classroom if you want to, but this has to go around with you. This has all the information of who's in your class. This has all the information of allergies or anything, any sort that you need to know. And it's got a map in there. So what you'll need to do is make sure when you are going on your rotation that you look and make sure you know exactly where you're going. So make sure that somebody's in charge that knows. You can have them actually be a map person, the leader. So just make sure whoever's doing that is taking you guys in the right place. Just because you're next door to somebody who's in the same grade or the same situation as to what you're doing doesn't mean that they're going to the same place. Everybody's got different rotations. So what I want you to do is take this out. We're going to look at this for a moment. We're going to look on the front. And this is going to be, the one that I'm looking at is second grade, but everybody's going to have basically the same format, okay? On this side, what you'll find is the information that tells you what items are provided, okay? So if you have anything else that you need for this particular activity that's going on Monday that you would like to provide, then you'll know what we are supplying for you. So basically, this is pretty much all done for you. If you'll turn the page and find out, look right here, okay? The information on this page tells you how you're even supposed to say things. It tells you information when they come in. Greeting. We're going to be radical hospitality, right? Okay, we were just learning about that a little bit ago. And so every single day we're going to use the acronym WARM. So everybody feels warm and welcoming when they come to your class. So the W means welcome and greet all the kids, greet their parents too, because we don't want them sliding in and not feeling welcome and feeling like they're all by themselves. We want them to actively participate, which means if there's a little guy over in the corner, just walk over and say, hey, let me show you what we're doing and help them out. Make sure they don't feel like they're by themselves or alone. All right. You also can look at relationship building. One of the fun things about BBC is sometimes you won't see those children except for maybe in church, and they will remember you. It's such an important thing to make sure you have a connection with them. So that just talk to them about what they did before they got to BBC. Something that's not related to what they're doing, so it makes them feel like you are actually caring about what's going on in their life outside of what they're doing here. So it's really fun to do that because they'll open up to you. Those little ones, they will open up to you, and it's fun. Model the way Jesus behaves. So do that as far as all of the activities we've got going on. Maybe if you're frustrated, it's okay. It's okay to be frustrated, especially if your kids get loud or your class gets loud. That's not a big deal. But just model the way Jesus would behave. So if you need to step away and you need to do something else, it's okay. Just do that and ask somebody else that's in your classroom to take over, and it'll be fine. All right. So if you have kiddos that you're taking to another classroom, we are asking that you guys arrive by 12:10 every day. And if you have kids that need to be to another classroom, kind of divide that out and let someone in your class be responsible for taking them, because they cannot be picked up by anyone else other than an adult. Okay? So the older youth can pick them up. I think 6th grade and older can pick them up, but you cannot let them leave the classroom without the adult. So when you are assigning jobs to different kids in your class, the youth helpers or whoever else is helping you, the adult helpers, make sure that when they drop off, all the information in your notebook is correct and current. Because if there's an emergency or we need to get in touch with a parent, we need to make sure that all that information is current that's in our notebook. If somebody else is picking up or somebody else is dropping off, that's not a big deal. But every day you will have on your sheet if there's any changes that need to be made. So we will update you if there's an update that needs to be told. that's not, we will take care of that. So when you get in your classroom, one of the things that's really, really cool is we have a note every day that we send to you that tells you if there's fun things going on during the class that you don't know about. So we will take care of that. It's called a teacher's note. Please take a look at that when you walk in the door. It will be right by your notebook. So, and the reason I know that is because I put it right by your notebook. So I will make sure that everybody has any information that they need. So that works for me and works for you guys and keeps you up to date because something might change as far as housekeeping or something different. So it might change. So we might need to let you guys know that instead of texting everyone or calling everyone. That was way too difficult. All right. So we also, as you get all of your jobs assigned, okay, we're going to step back into the classroom. All the jobs are assigned. Everybody's taking care of what they need to take care of, right? So once those jobs are assigned, everybody might like doing something the same or they might like doing something different. But make sure you have somebody that's going to be able to collect the mission money when the kids walk in. You can make whatever type of thing to keep the money in that you want to, but you need to take that with you when you go. So the team will come to your room before you go to the sanctuary, so you don't have to worry, you don't have to take it with you. So just leave it there and make sure that they get it before you go. And does everybody know what's going on in the sanctuary? It's our very, very cool drama. So everybody's got different times that they're gonna go to it. And when you go to it, the kids are enthralled, okay? They love exactly what's going on there. So you want to make sure that you get there on time, which means rotating on time. You will have all of that in your notebook. It will tell you exactly what time to be where and how to get there, okay? We also have snack, which, you know, how can you live without snack? On BBC, you got to have that. It will be delivered to your classroom every day. So the one time that you are going to get to do something with snack that's different, you will rotate to the place called Pizza Planet. So that's going to be very cool. All right. So if anybody remembers about Toy Story, Pizza Planet is the pizza store. I mean the pizza restaurant. So that's what's there. All right. So we have in each class we have youth and we have adults, right? So everybody's going to work together as a team, and it's going to be awesome. You guys don't even know how helpful every youth is in our classrooms. Oh my goodness. We could not survive around this church without our youth volunteers. So thank you, and thank you for the adult volunteers too. But give them responsibilities. You guys like that, right? You need to have something to do. Yes, you need to have whatever job you like doing. So you make sure you speak up when you guys are getting together and meeting and talking about different things so that everybody can have a very important job. So I'm going to mention this once, just so we all are on the same page about cell phones. Cell phones will be in your pocket unless there's an emergency. So we're not going to be texting, we're not going to be doing any of those things, and it kind of goes without saying, but I'm saying it anyway. So all of that to be said, we perfectly understand if there's an emergency and you're waiting on a phone call or whatever, but otherwise, leave your phone in your pocket. That would be awesome. Okay. One cool thing about having so many volunteers in your room is that if one child raises their hand and says, "Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom," does that mean that everybody gets to leave the classroom and go to the bathroom? No, that means that two people can take the children to the bathroom. And you might want to ask, if you're going once anyway, go ahead and ask if anybody else needs to go, because 5 minutes later somebody else will have to go, especially in this age group. So make sure you've got two people going. And that brings up, I'm sure Nick has talked to you about it, but I'm going to go ahead and reiterate. There cannot be one adult with one child anywhere at any time. So make sure that there are two adults, especially when you start checking in kids for your classroom and all of that. Make sure that there's two adults at all times, okay?
Stacy,
Yes,
if there aren't two adults, you know, if somebody comes,
you can't take them yet.
then you just tell them you'll have to wait.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
and that's okay. They kind of generally understand that.
Okay.
Yes, and that's perfectly fine. We want everybody to be safe and follow the safe guidelines that we have. So yes, thank you for asking.
I have a question
Yes.
about cell phones. What if the kids bring a phone?
Ah,
This age is not like
we-
it, but it's not unheard of.
maybe
I would ask them to just,
when they get
parent to
dropped off,
drop it off
just,
to
yes,
it.
yeah, that's what I would do, is let the parent just keep it, because we need to say that, you know, this is a span of time that we need their full attention. And if they have a cell phone, then you won't have their full attention. So it's important, yeah, yeah. And I would hope that age doesn't happen. I know. And I understand it for, you know, pickup purposes or different things like that, that they might have one, but I would rather they not. Okay. So-
How do you have the children address us? As Mrs. Taylor or by the first name?
How would you guys like that? I teach preschool, so I go by Miss Stacy. So that's up to you guys, how you want to be addressed when you are greeting your friends in your class. Just, you guys talk about it amongst yourselves before you meet. That's what I would like you guys to be all on the same page. Because if you talk to some people and they're saying Mrs. and then somebody else is saying something else, then it needs to be steady up the whole time.
Can I go by Woody?
Of course you can. You can be whatever you want. Is anybody gonna be Buzz? You can be whoever you want. If you want to dress up, we are fine with that. Did you see Nick's costume? Okay, so, you know, we are good with all of that. All right, the one day that's gonna be different than every other day is going to be Friday, okay? Has anybody heard about Friday?
Yes.
Oh, what? It's a bad day. All right, I think it's an awesome day. I'm not the one that has shaving cream all over me, so I, you know, can't think about it. But it's shaving cream work is what's going on.
No, I stay away from it.
All right. But it is a blast for the kids. They look forward to it. And Sheridan's is also that same day. So we got the whole list of fun on Friday when they are here and then they end up leaving in their car. Cause I remember when my daughter was in it, she had shaving cream from head to toe, getting in my car, even as best she could, you know, get cleaned off. No. All right, so but Friday we also have other things to do. We have to clean up our room, which means we need to tear down and take down everything that we have brought and have that done by the time that our time together is over. So you can start Thursday if you want to do that and start taking your stuff down, because Friday's basically going to be a different schedule anyway. And you can look on our schedules and you'll find out exactly what your rotations are and how that works exactly. But
Well, too.
the bulletin boards up. So if you are decorating, because Sunday school class will be in your classroom, and how cool would that be for them to see the cool stuff that you guys have done? So next year, maybe they want to go to PVC. So that would be very cool. So leave all that stuff up. All right. One thing I forgot to mention, some of you might want to change your room setup. If you want to change the way the chairs and stuff are in your room, that's perfectly fine. There are some rooms that are used as Sunday school rooms after setup. So we will leave a note on your door if we need you to leave the setup as in the tables and that kind of thing, if we want you to leave that the same. And then you can change it on Monday when you get here. Because sometimes that's one of those things we can't help. So that's one of the things that we need to deal with. Making sure that Sunday school is safe, okay? All right, so my question.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Will youth volunteers be able to take kids to the bathroom, like if there's two of us?
Yes, yes. It has to be two of you though. It can't just take one, can't take. It's just two, yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. What questions can I answer for you guys?
Did you say 2 people check them in every day?
Yeah. One person can do the list, but as far as being in the room, there has to be one youth and one adult. It doesn't have to be two adults. It can be one youth and one adult.
just two unrelated
Yes.
people.
Mhm.
So
Right.
like my daughter and I could be the two people, you know.
Right. Yes.
Can there be 2 youths in the room?
I don't.
Well,
They have to be a certain. How old, Lori?
I'm sorry,
How old do the youth have to be if there's two?
Oh, there's two, it's okay, as long as you're, you know,
You're
Serving
welcome.
age,
Yeah,
you're-
that's fine.
you're
That's fine.
and,
Okay.
and read the safety procedures that are in that book.
Right.
In your notebook.
Right. Yes.
Question, if there are six,
What's the dress code? Are shirts acceptable, or would you rather have capris?
You would hope so, but a lot of times people have to take, this is at the very beginning, that's what we're talking about. When people get here, sometimes they're coming from different places and they get here kind of late. Even as far as you guys go and volunteering and that type of thing. Some people get here like at 15 after, 20 after. That's before it starts, but we can't take any kids until we have 2 people.
and other people, and people might be dropping off. a few
Right,
minutes
right, there's a
early.
lot, there's a
Yeah.
lot of different,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
And that's what we're talking about, it's
Either
more
or.
before than we're talking about
Okay.
in the middle of, yeah. Yes,
Now, at what time should we start letting people check in?
it depends on your classroom, it depends on how many you actually have in your classroom. If 10 kids are standing at the door and you only have 2, I think I would wait until you had more adults or more people in your classroom. That is gonna depend every day on who and how many people you have. You are welcome to start checking in at 12:20. You're welcome to do that. I don't know that I would check in any earlier than that, but 12:20 is fine.
And how many?
Are shirts acceptable, or would you rather have capris?
24 is what we're gonna go for, okay? 24.
Who's trying to ask you?
I'm sorry.
I just answered it on my, she wanted to know what you could wear. If it's just casual summer attire.
Yes, yeah, be comfortable because you're gonna be going inside, outside, doing all kinds of fun stuff, so be comfortable. And youth, make sure your stuff is long enough.
Well,
You guys know how to do that.
Will the teachers be wearing shirts like that?
You get a t-shirt. Everybody gets a t-shirt. When you signed up, Gail
So
said,
we could wear
what
those
t-shirt?
every day?
Yes, you will get, yes,
Okay.
you will get your t-shirt setup day. You may pick up your t-shirts on setup day, so you are more than welcome to be in this kind of attire. Yes, that would be perfectly great, and you can wear them every day. That's perfectly good, yes. What other questions can I answer for you? Nope. Come on.
And at what point, if they're not picked up, what happens to you? Is there a time limit that cuts off, when, we finish at what, 3:30?
You finish at 3:30.
And so.
I would say by like 3:40
Oh,
or so,
3:40, yes.
we'll be in the hallways and you can just grab a staff person and we'll probably call a parent for you. So you
Right,
don't need
you
to
don't
wait
have
around
to
for
take
like
care of
30
that, we'll
minutes,
take care
you
of
know,
that.
after
Yes.
you'll be tired and ready to go home too.
Yes.
So with my work schedule, I'm scheduled to work like right after BBC, so am I okay to leave a little bit early so I can make it on time to work?
If you have enough people in your room, yes, you may. And everybody else doesn't need to do.
I am watching online. Where do I get my folder?
Your folder is, all right, there's 2 entrances to Kids Corps. There's one on the Foundry side, which is the newer entrance, and then there's one on the other side, but it's going to be at the Foundry entrance. That's where your notebooks will be in a box.
And from when? Could I get it tomorrow, or when will it
You're
be?
welcome to, anytime the church is open, you're welcome to come get it. It's not in a locked place or anything like that, so you're welcome to come get it.
Again, you're about
Thank you.
It's not the black.
Right. Yes. What other questions can I answer for you guys? All right, I didn't show you this because we were just rocking and rolling. This is other things for you guys to look at while you are having free time in your classroom, okay? These are little bitty activity books, so you're welcome to use those. And it's called a journal, and you're welcome to use any time that you need a time filler. These are going to be up on your wall. These are different posters, and you can look at those when you get them. Other questions?
What's the average class size?
About 24.
So when you said fun to set up day, so we're gonna decorate our door
You're decorating your door.
and the bulletin board.
And the bulletin board, if they're, it just depends on what things are in your classroom. Different classrooms have different things. So just, and if you have your information as to what room number you're in on your folder, go and take a look at it for that and see kind of what things you want to do to it. Yeah.
But
Are y'all
the pe-
excited?
The people on our list, we should try to get together with them before
I
the
would,
setup.
just so you know who's bringing what. We've got most of the supplies, but if you need extra scissors, you need tape, that, the other little things, we don't have enough for, that many classrooms.
Okay.
So bring the extras, yes. All right, what other questions do you have? Anybody else got any questions?
When we greet the children coming in,
Uh-huh.
are we doing it at the entrance or the entrance to their room?
To your room. You're at your room. Everybody's in
Because
your
we're
room.
greeters on Sunday, so I wouldn't know.
See, that's a good question. That's a very good question. And I do have greeters that are gonna be helping
Okay,
in the other spots, yes. And we'll get them to their classroom, do it when they get there.
okay.
Yes, yes. All right, who's excited? Come on, you guys. Yeah, come on, let's get some excitement going on in here. It's gonna be fun. If you have not done this, or you have not attended before, or looked at, or seen anything about it, it gets so much fun, but it gets crazy. It's crazy fun. I mean, we're running the hallways, it's a great time. And your kids will not forget you, I promise you. They will not. So remember that when you're walking down the hall, because they'll come up to you and they'll give you a hug. It's great.
When you decorate the door, you use scrap paper.
Uh-huh.
Okay, tape or what do you?
You are welcome to bring some tape. Yeah, just,
You're gonna tape it or are you gonna put some glue behind it?
you need to tape. Yeah, use tape, because it's easier to get off, yeah.
Normally put it over the door, and then normally, if I'm purple, I'm gonna use purple
Okay,
paper,
cool, okay.
so you had the ring.
Right.
Yeah, I thought we would do
Yeah,
that.
right, exactly. Uh-huh.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
They have that in the workroom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll have it all out and ready for you.
I don't see any red phone here, so I don't think any of my people are here.
You never know
First
who
grade
you are.
out here, or kindergarten. Are you kindergarten?
No, we're
I'm
second.
kindergarten,
Oh, I'm
orange.
second grade.
Ah,
Oh, there you go.
I have no idea, kindergarten, orange.
Okay, they gave me a red folder.
Yeah.
And then when I checked in today, they tell me I'm kindergarten.
well, it might be red kindergarten.
Do we have a red kindergarten?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'm for each.
We have, and for each grade or whatever, we have like 8 classes.
Okay.
So they're different, they're named by tie-dye, red, blue, green, yellow, orange, pink. Yes.
Cause I thought,
You mean your team?
I was never notified what room I would be in.
Okay,
It's in your.
we have a list for that. So I will write your name down and then we will take care of that. That is not a problem at all.
Taylor, did you say?
No, I'm Kayla. I think I'm blue.
And see, he's a kindergarten green,
okay.
I'm a kindergarten orange,
And I'm a
so,
kindergarten red.
so.
Well, she might be in a different second.
You must be, okay, good.
Yeah, there's, like I said, there's like 8 different ones for each grade, so
Okay.
you've got lots, yeah,
Okay, just so
you've got
you know.
lots.
And we'll all be here for setup day too.
Oh,
so
we're
if
all
questions
gonna
come
help
up, we'll be walking around that whole time, in the afternoon. You can stop us and ask us anything at that point too. And Stacy put her lovely email up there.
Yeah, just in case you need me, uh-huh.
And I've been live chatting, so with people online, so.
All of Calvary, it's all of Calvary, right? Upstairs in the room.
The room, it depends on where you are, but it should be in our section. I think kindergarten, first, and second is all kids for in our section.